Women can be wrong.
Women?
No. But their wrongs are always right.
I support women's wrongs and their rights. I think you agree.
I mean, this is the man that oiled up Bella Swan's window so he could sneak in a little quieter.
That's true.
He doesn't support women.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
He literally is the last person to support her. Rosalie, he hated her guts. Why? That's because true. She was a victim.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, Rosalie's mine. She's always so mad. I wonder why.
Oh. Yeah.
Because you're stupid.
You said it, not me.
I will say it again and again. Like, literally, he fell in love with the one girl he couldn't hear thoughts. Maybe because she just wasn't thinking.
Oh.
Wait. I mean, okay. Brooke Bella is... She had a lot going on in her head because we always heard her thoughts because it was her perspective. Yeah. I was like, but movie Bella, what was going on?
I don't know, girl.
Tell me. I love Twilight. I do. It's like me too. It's one of my favorite. It's literally. It's literally one of my favorite things on the planet. Everyone else at work, whenever people see me, they always talk to me about Twilight because I checked out all the books immediately when I started working because I work at a public library. And literally, the moment I started working there, I got my card, and I immediately checked out the saga. I literally immediately checked it out my first day on the shift.
On the job.
On the job, at the desk. I immediately typed in Twilight, and then checked out all the books.
Oh, do you still have them?
No, I returned them.
Oh, okay. Wait, you read them all?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I got, because I got Midnight Sun too. Right now I'm reading Life and Death, which is like the gender bent version.
That's with Bo and
Okay. Yes, it is. Bo and Edith. But the thing is that Stephanie Meyer said in Life and Death, she said, people are saying that, if Edward wasn't, a boy, it wouldn't work. She's like, I'm glad to prove y'all wrong. She changed the entire storyline.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've read the synopsis of that, and this is not. I was like, this ain't valid anymore
because you changed the entire story.
Yeah,
of course it's gonna work because you changed it all.
And in the end, doesn't Bo become a vampire?
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I forgot that you were in the middle of.
I'm literally on chapter 5.
Never mind. I don't know then.
I'm literally on chapter 5.
I have no clue. I just said I asked a question.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, okay.
Because of the way things are going. No, I'm not on chapter 5. I'm a little further than that.
Okay.
But it's just so funny because Bo is. I think his actual name is Buford.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Buford Swan.
Buford.
And because he's just like, why is Edith staring at me? Why does she look so mad? Why do I find her so hot?
Oh!
Stuff like that. And I'm just over here like,
oh,
you're so 17.
Yeah.
How long have you been 17?
How long have you been 17?
But it's just insane to me how I'm nowhere near a teenager. I'm closer to being 40 than I am to being born. And that makes me feel things I don't understand. At the end of this decade, I will be in my 30s.
What? Wait, when's the end of this decade? 2020.
2029?
Wait. I'm sorry, I was thinking in century.
No.
And I thought it was 2100, and I went, wait,
where are we in? 2100?
Listen, I'm not dumb. Sometimes it takes a little bit more for me to process things.
We're in 2024.
We are in 2024, so the end of this decade is
29.
29, yes.
And, because it hit me the other day, because I was just like, oh, I'm 5 years from 30.
Oh.
And I was like, I'll be 30 this decade. I'll be 32 when this decade's over.
Wait, what?
Right? Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Wait, how old will I be when this decade's over?
Well, you can answer that.
Oh, Lord. It's 2024. How many years?
How old are you now? How old will you be this year?
I'm going to be 20 this year.
Okay. So, you were born in 2004.
Yes.
Okay. So, let's do some math.
Let's do some math, because I'm really bad at it.
So, you're...
Okay,
finger. Let's just go ahead and say you're 20 now.
Yes.
So, 2025, 21, 2026, 22.
Yes.
2027, 23.
Yeah.
2028, 24, 29, 25.
So I'll be 25.
I won't be. I will not be. Right? Will I be 32? No, I'm actually thinking about it. I'm always 2 years. Wait. Oh, this is embarrassing.
It's okay.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Okay, I'll be 31.
31.
Will I? Wait.
Flirty.
I saw this thing that says the 25. Wait, hold on. It was like the 25-year-old forehead, and I was like, what does that mean? And then they're just like, oh, when you hit 25, you get like the wrinkles in your forehead. And I was just like, no. And I looked in the mirror the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I have them.
But it's like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of media and like TikTok and stuff, like I feel like they just villainize like getting older. And I'm not saying like
you get 25-year-olds are playing 16-year-olds on TV, and they go, yep, he's 16 and he's every bit of 29.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that man is. I'm like, that is a full-grown man who has a job, a 9-to-5, and pays taxes.
His hairline is receding.
Yeah, I was like, he is not 16.
Not 16.
But like I don't know. I feel like when I see people talking about like female celebrities, and they're like Anne Hathaway, she's like 34.
Something like that. 36.
Yeah. But even like female celebrities who are in their 30s and they're like, wow, she looks great for her age. I'm like, she's 30.
Anna de Armas, she's like, what, 32, 33? And they're like,
wow, she looks amazing for her age.
And like, she's
32.
Yeah, like, she's young.
She's really young.
Okay, if they were, like, I'm not saying, like, death to all of them, but, like, if you die at 32, people would be like, man,
wow,
young.
That's really young to die.
If you died at 55, man, that's young.
Yes.
But yet, when you're alive at 55, you're like, man, you're old.
And especially if you're a woman, like, I'm like, listen, I was like, do you guys just think that like women just like rot and like decay when they turn 30?
We age like milk. It just gets sour.
That's just like not how it works. Like, I'm confused.
Well, men that are in their 60s and they're like, man, look at this silver fox. Well, woman's in her 60s and they're like, man, look at the decrepit old witch.
No, but like, and then there's like, there are actually like women who are like actually look good for their age.
Yeah.
And by women who look good for their age, I mean Angela Bassett. Now that woman,
yeah,
beautiful. She's in her what, like 60s, 70s?
Oh, she's definitely up there.
She's in her 60s. I
she's
think.
In her 60s.
Not 70s.
She's not 70s yet,
but she is in her 60s, and she looks amazing.
She looks so good for her age.
And I'm like, there it is. There it is.
Found it.
And who else? I was thinking of can't remember her name, but she is in Everything Everywhere All at Once. She is the mom.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yes, I love her. But I think she is in her 50s, so I feel like she's still pretty young.
She's in her 60s.
She's in her 60s?
Mm-hmm.
There you have it. Because I thought she was in her 50s or 40s, actually.
Yeah.
And she looks beautiful. She's beautiful, like...
Yeah, but also, both of them are not white, so of course they're going to age better.
Let me find a non-white example.
I mean, this is more of like... I mean, I'm a white woman. I know I'm going to age pretty bad. But it's just more of like... Yeah, I mean...
But even then, like, let's, like, take that out of the equation. Like, it's normal... Like, it's normal to get older. Like,
aging shows that you lived a life.
Yeah.
Why would you want to take that away?
Yeah, and I don't know, like, personally, yeah, like, it's scary, like, even for me, like, as somebody, like, I'm 19, so, like, technically I'm still a teenager, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like people make it seem as if your life just ends when you're, like, when you turn 18, or, like, when you're, like...
I felt that way.
And, like, I, like, even now, like, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I'm turning 20. Like, that sounds too serious. I actually don't like that.
That's how I felt when I turned 25. I remember the morning I woke up, 25 years old, and literally I woke up and I laid there, and, well, every girl cries on her birthday.
Every girl cries on her
birthday. But it's just one of those moments where I was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm 5 years away from 30 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing right now? Just playing silly little games on my iPad. Because it's like,
hey, people think that I was too old for Animal Crossing. I'm like, I am not too old for Animal Crossing, y'all.
That's what got me through COVID.
Exactly. I think Animal Crossing you can play. It's a game for any age. I don't care if it says 5+.
Yeah. See, mine is The Sims. I
probably will be The Sims soon.
I like world building, and I like creating scenarios. I've played for a very long time. I've played since I was in middle school, and I have had generations from middle school, like generations long, and literally I have like family names and bloodlines and stuff and like descendants, and I know what the descendants are. But like, oh, they can't marry each other because I know further back they're related because I had this one person marry another person. Right. To be fair, their last names are like Cullen and Targaryen and stuff like that. But
not Targaryen.
I was a Barbie girl growing up. I loved playing Barbies. Yeah. Like that was my thing. Like my room when I was growing up was full of Barbie houses. I had I think 3 Barbie dream houses because I was weirdly obsessed. And I would always have, instead of just playing like, oh, la da da, I would have like elaborate storylines, and I would like name them all, and my mom would be like, oh, does she want to play too? Because I make my mom play with me and be like, no, her name is Deborah. She's the mother. She works from this time to this time. So now she's going to go to work because the kids are going to take care by their nanny, Vanessa. And there's like all this elaborate stuff. Like I was just so like in it.
No, yeah.
And so then I grew out of it, obviously. But then I found The Sims. Now like, it just like I went from real life to virtual.
No, because I used to do the same thing, but I actually didn't have that many Barbies growing up. Like I had a good amount, but like I had a lot of Bratz dolls.
I had Bratz dolls too.
And my thing growing up, I have a younger sister and we were only like a year apart. So when we were younger, a lot of the things that like were popular at the time, we liked at the same time. Like we were obsessed with them at the same time.
Yeah.
And I can pinpoint different phases of like toys or like things that we did. And like for like I can't remember the very first one, but I remember like we would play with Littlest Pet Shops. Yes. Littlest Pet Shops, we would play with them. We had like little houses and everything for them. Like I had like I think around 40 Littlest Pet Shops, and she had another 40 combined, and we would like put them together, and like they would have like families and stuff.
Yeah.
And we like role played with these Littlest Pet Shops, and whenever she didn't want to do something that like I wanted to do, I'd be like, well, my Littlest Pet Shop's gonna get a divorce. And then she'd be like, Sarah, I don't want to play with you anymore. And I'd be like, well, good luck, because we're getting a divorce.
So we're like, well, you're uninvited for my birthday party. So.
I feel like we're not friends anymore.
We're breaking up.
Like, if you don't do what I say, we're not friends anymore. And she would fall for it. And so then I would...
Oh my gosh!
I had to feel bad for it.
Yeah, we're like, you're dangerously close to losing me.
No, that's literally...
And then your little sister's over here like, no! Holding her little turtle.
No! It was a deer.
See, I had like the aquatic ones. I had the seahorse and the turtle and like all that stuff.
Okay. See, we had like all kinds of Littlest Pet Shops. And we also liked, this is like, not like a niche show, but every time I bring it up, usually nobody knows what I'm talking about, but it's called Winx Club. Oh my god, do you know what Winx Club is?
Yes. Oh my god, I love the music one. I can't think of her name, but I had
Musa?
I had the big doll of the music one.
Musa. Yeah, Musa.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like that was my thing. And then the live action one came out.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't really like it.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. But like I'm pretty sure Sky proposed to Bloom. How do I know this? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure this happened.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't know. Like I wouldn't know. I have not kept up with that at all. Anyways. Anyways, Winx Club, yeah, I love that show. And we also loved My Little Pony.
Which version?
The My Little Pony, My Little Pony. Like the No, it's that one, the one that has that music. Like
Is it the one with the little dragon named Spike?
Yes, and Twilight Sparkle and
I was okay. When I was in high school. I'm trying to think what year that came out. I was a sophomore.
It came out in like 2015, I think.
Okay, I was a sophomore.
Maybe earlier. No, that was way too...
I was a sophomore in high school when I discovered the show, because I was obsessed with that show. To where I bought My Little Pony shirts and wore it to school.
No!
And because I was just like obsessed with that version of My Little Pony. And then like that's when the bronies started happening, like bronies and Pegasisters or whatever. Yeah. And I remember my dad was concerned because he watched a documentary about bronies, and he was just like, Allyson, I know you love this show, because I would buy, like, I bought like the dolls and stuff. Like I had a big Celestia doll in my room, and I was like, okay, 2015, I was 17 years old. That's so funny. Literally, my dad sat me down and made me watch this documentary with him, and he just goes, I just don't want you to turn out like this. And I was like, do I look like a 45-year-old man? I was like, what girls enjoy things?
Let me enjoy my little thing.
Looking back, he was right. Literally, first of all, they bought me those things. My mom would come home with little trinkets and gifts for me, and it's like a little Rarity doll. Rarity was my favorite.
Rarity was my sister's favorite.
Literally, because like they would come home and she'd be like, "Oh, I found an Applejack little doll for you," and like, give it to me. And she'd just give it to me. And yet at the same time, they were just like, "We're concerned." I was like,
"You are feeding my addiction."
They literally are giving me the, drugs.
Exactly.
You're like, we're concerned.
You are the gateway drug.
Who's Fluttershy? I'm concerned. No, but like, I remember the episode where Discord was introduced. And
love Discord.
I remember watching it, and my mom I remember watching it because like it came out, came out. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was like, we can't watch nothing else tonight because like Discord's getting introduced. And I remember I made my family watch it with me.
No.
And and I remember I was just sitting there watching it and stuff. And then after the episode, I was like, man, that's crazy. And my dad was just like, and they're like, what, 11 minutes long? And I was just like, man.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bro. And I was so obsessed. And the only reason I stopped watching it was because I've had Tumblr since like 2012. Mm-hmm. I was on Tumblr and they said, oh my gosh, there's a Doctor Who pony in the background, blah blah blah. And I can't remember, like, I think it's David Tennant's version, or is it Matt Smith's? I can't remember. Oh, okay. But okay. I remember there was like, oh my gosh, like a little, like, Easter egg. It was like this. It gave me the ick. Because I'm not a Doctor Who fan, but I remember just being like, no, this is too mainstream. And like, I just stopped. I literally gave away all my Little Pony stuff. And I was just like, no.
What?
A Tumblr post literally saved my life.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like maybe 10.
See, I don't forget. We're very far in age.
Yeah, me too. I always forget too. We have the same age gap as me and my brother. Except I think you're younger.
How old's your brother?
He's 26.
I'm 25. I'll be 26 this year.
Oh yeah, he's turning 27 this year.
Or you're apart.
So okay.
So it's not the same age gap.
No. Then it's like, I think it's 6 years then, not 7.
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
I know. I always kind of forget too, but like, yeah, because he was in like high school when I was like, My Little Pony, like.
So was I. As was I.